go every day.
No, that might be right too.
And you had some water here. Now we're starting to get into the west.
Yeah.
Cypress pines. As you say, it's flat.
And it gets flatter.
Yeah.
But when I was a kid, I used to drive out here and you'd see people's headlights forever away.
I think I joined with a guy who, I think he came from Hay.
Yeah.
And anyway, I heard this story about how they, on the driving test, was a hill start.
Yeah.
So the way they would do that in the town was that they'd get you to drive up a driveway.
Yeah.
Because it was the only incline they had.
Yeah. It was funny the other day when I was checking out the cars, the Great Walls are only in manual.
Yeah.
They're all manual.
Yeah.
She's going, it's manual.
Sorry?
She goes, it's manual. Can you drive a manual?
Yes.
Yes. Oh, she said, oh, you're one of a few.
Yeah. I think in the ACT, you have to retrain on a manual. In New South Wales, I think if you learn on an automatic, once you're off your P's, you can drive a manual.
No, I believe in all states now,
You've got to be retrained.
you've got to actually have a manual. If your license doesn't identify, like in my case,
Yeah.
manuals and automatics were both on the license.
Yeah.
We were defaulted to both.
Yeah.
But there's been a point where if you did your training, if you did your stuff in a manual, you could drive an auto, but
Yeah.
if you did an auto, you couldn't necessarily drive a manual.
Well, I mean, it's not too far away where if you learn on a car that had a whole heap of systems to protect you,
Yeah.
then you won't be allowed to drive on a car that doesn't have them.
Yeah.
It's just interesting looking at Matthew when I went driving with him a month ago or so, and I'm just looking at this going, okay, so it's got lane following, it's got collision avoidance, it's got anti-fatigue, it's got this, it's got that. I'm going, okay. So the anti-avoidance stuff, do a 3-point turn, and I can remember nearly running into something because I wasn't paying attention.
Yeah.
The avoidance stuff just says, "Oi, you got a thing behind you," and it's got a rear vision camera.
Yeah, yeah.
Right?
That's the thing, cars have become safer. But, once you go back to a manual, there's a whole heap of systems that are no longer in play.
That's right. You've got to. It's like I drive with Katrina next door. So the other day, she says, "Why isn't the car moving?" I says, "Because the engine's not running." Oh. Because that's an automatic. So she doesn't have to do any perception of what the engine is doing when she changes gear because she's not doing it.
Yeah.
And I've talked to her about, look at the tachometer, but I don't think she's got the slightest clue what that needle actually is doing.
Where you and I naturally scan our gauges,
Yeah.
right? Because we're used to scanning a lot more gauges.
We're used to things going wrong.
Yeah.
That's another thing. These days, cars often don't go wrong. I mean, that's one of the reasons why they can do that stuff with warranty, is that cars are generally pretty reliable.
Yeah. Well, look at this for a car that's, 19 years old?
Yep.
Hasn't done the mileage for a 19-year-old car, but